guys? I'm back here with another maintenance video on the 2000 Subaru Impreza Outback Sport. Recently noticed that I was leaking some oil out of the valve covers, so that's what I'm going to be showing you today. I will be posting all the parts in the description or in the comments, but here's a few things that I got. I got the new spark plug seals, valve cover gaskets, some new bolts. Then I think I have some grommets in here somewhere that go around the bolts. I think they're in this. So yeah, gonna go ahead and get things going here. I already removed the washer fluid reservoir and the battery. All you'll need for this so far is just a 10mm socket. I have a deep one for when I had gotten those two out. And then you'll want to take your short stubby in here, and when you come to the engine bay, I've already got the two spark plug seals off here, so you can look down in here. And what we're going to be working for is getting this out, that bolt there's one right in the middle. We'll be taking part of the cover off, the timing cover, and then there's a bolt down there in the corner, right, and then there's one under there, which can't see at the moment. There is a bolt down where you see that leaking at, kind of on the back side. Might be able to just see the tip of it right there. So real simple. And then you've got your PCV hose here. Gonna be taking a heat gun to loosen that pretty easy. And then on the driver's side, as you can see, it's been leaking for a while. I had thought that it was the O-ring and the filler neck, but that's not the case. So same thing on this side, 5 bolts and the PCV hose there. So I'm gonna get working. I'll show you the diagram, or well, not even the diagram, just the way that those bolts go on there when I pull these out. So bear with me here. It's pretty damn hot with this heat wave, so gonna go ahead and get things rolling. And after a few easy minutes of loosening all these up, we've got the timing cover bolt out. The 2 top bolts are gonna be the longer ones, and then we have the 2 smaller bolts for the bottom of this. So like I said, I just took some pliers and a heat gun, got this old crusty PCV valve off. Last thing is the center bolt there. So if I could find my 10mm, which just had, I think I just dropped it somewhere, but here we go. I'll go ahead and get this off. And I do have a tarp underneath in case if there's any residual oil left in here. The car hasn't ran in over 24 hours, so shouldn't be, but we'll see it. And then you can kind of see it starting to split away here, so shouldn't be too bad getting this off and out of here on the passenger side. So we'll go ahead, and these bolts are only in there at like 4 inch-pounds, something like that. So and just like that. Try and get this up. Definitely easier with 2 hands. So. And there we have it. So not bad looking at all. You can see that the gasket actually got stuck on here, so we'll go ahead and pull this off. Very easy. And yeah, this thing has seen better days. So here we have the valve covers, or rocker covers as they might say. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this cleaned up. I'm gonna flip the backside around and wash it off with some Dawn dish soap, but there we are. And I do have these 2 spark plug tube seal covers. Might have to work on getting those off here, so just gonna go ahead and put some new ones on there, and we'll get to it. All right, y'all, same with the driver's side. We got all 5 bolts out. Got the PCV valve off, and now it's time to try and wiggle. Well, just like that, it comes off. Problem is getting it out with one hand again. Might be able to wiggle it free. Probably not though, so I'm gonna stop recording. All right, you can see that we got it off, but once again the gasket stayed attached. I've got the spark plug tube seals out as well. I'm gonna go ahead and put these over in the box. The other bad ones, we'll just kind of finagle this gasket out of here. Same way as before, not trying to get any extra debris on anything. And there, oops, shit. There we have the other gasket here. So definitely worn down. Probably a good time to go ahead and change this. So as you can see, there's that side. I've got them both in this bucket. I'm gonna take some Dawn dish soap, clean the backside of these, and get the new gaskets on, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. I am gonna add the spark plug tube seals as well, so go ahead and get those added. All right, so ended up finding some engine degreaser on here, took a brush, and got these cleaned up pretty good. Nice and shiny. As you can see, that's where these little grommets go, and a lot of them did get stuck on the bolts as I pulled them out. So you can just take a flathead screwdriver to them and pull them off. They still look like they could be reusable, but since I was doing this, I went ahead and ordered all new. So I am going to keep these on the off chance, you know, I have to do this again, or, you know, someone down the road might need them. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and let this dry off some more and get these gaskets in here. Here's the part numbers just by a quick review. They both should be the same for both sides, and then we've got our bolts and our spark plug seals here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these unpackaged and start putting everything back together. All right, everything dried up, except for the inside. I'm not too worried about this, but got the first gasket on. Pretty easy, straightforward. It kind of comes, you know, mashed in the bag, but you can lay it down and orient it pretty much the way that it's gonna need to go on there. So you got this bottom dip here, go to the top, and that upper dip will go on the bottom. So very simple, but yeah, not much left to this. Gonna put these back on, get them finagled down in there, and we're gonna start putting our bolts and grommets in. And they are only, I think, 4 inch-pounds or something like that. I'm gonna have to double check on that when I put them in there, and then I'll let you guys know, but that's really about it. So, and after getting the gasket and all that stuff on there, went ahead and put the valve cover back down in there, and got all the bolts and grommets in. Yeah, everything looks like it's fitting and where it should be. Definitely make sure that you get the gasket in there before you slide it in. Now I gotta do the passenger side. But this is the hottest I've ever been in the fucking garage. So I'm trying to finish this up. It is extremely hot out. All right, y'all, just finished up with the passenger side here. Gonna start cleaning up. Get the battery and washer fluid reservoir back in here. I'm honestly dead tired from the heat, but that's how you do it. Next thing on the list for this car is a nice bath after all that sweat and whatever else is in here. Might touch up the engine bay a little bit more, but yeah. Anyway, thanks for tuning in to another video. I'm hoping I don't have too much more to do, but now that I'm daily driving this thing a few hundred miles a week for work, I'm sure I'm gonna come into some more problems and things like that. Just regular maintenance for an old car. So appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.